So yesterday it dropped. It was Baker Mayfield talking on the You Never Know, You Know What I Mean podcast. And one of the topics he discussed was not getting caught up with what's going on with him on social media.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that I got caught up in all the negativity and stuff during the year last year. Postseason, when I got my surgery, I was out in California. My marketing agent's out there. I had him grab all my social media, change all the passwords, delete it off my phone. The only thing I have is Bleacher Report. That's why I get football notifications. That's the only reason I know anything going on in the world. I mean, they even had the Will Smith slap on there the other day, so I would have had no
slap
clue.
word around the world.
But I got out of that because
what is that? Yeah, sorry.
And no, but it's the best feeling in the world. You're gonna ask, what's that do for me?
Yeah.
I don't hear opinions that don't matter to me, and I realized that I paid so much attention to things that really don't matter, and it's made me get closer in my faith and do a bunch of stuff and just looking inward, the quiet time that everybody needs to spend by themselves. Those little thoughts. In the beginning, I would just pick up my phone and be like, I don't have Instagram. I don't have Twitter. What am I picking my phone up
It's
for?
human though, man.
You realize that we're addicted to it.
Well, and it's especially when people are talking about you, it's
you
get
different
lost,
beats.
As much as I say that I don't see it, I used to see everything because I would feed into it then.
Yeah.
And it was cute at a high school stage of Baker Mayfield will never get a scholarship, he'll never be able to make it in college. Then when it gets to the point where it's on a national television thing, then you get households talking about it, you get a bunch of people, it's just all negativity. And if I'm constantly reading that, I start to think about that in my own head.
And Scott Petrak, it's interesting to hear him admit that, and an NFL quarterback has to be above all of that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the first thing that pops into my head is, how did it take him so long, right? I mean, I could have told him that when he was drafted, and he's feuding with Colin Cowherd back in the day. It shouldn't have taken that long to realize you need to have better blinders on. You need not to hear all that negativity. There's a two-pronged thing there. One is he's hearing all the negative stuff, and that's affecting his confidence, which is not a good sign. And the other part of it is just being distracted, right? And welcoming all kind of this, outside noise that he said it, that he would say, I don't listen to it, but it was obvious that he always listened to it. He always knew every criticism that we had written or anybody had written or said about him. So, you hope that from a Baker perspective that he means it, right? That it's not something he's just saying, that it's not something he'll go back to when the season starts, that he really is more focused inward. And he talked about that motivation too, that it needs to be internally motivated. And I don't know if it was always like that with him because there was such a focus on the outward motivation and the boulder on the shoulder and, kind of picking up every perceived slight, that I don't know if that's sustainable if you're starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not. And it'll drive you crazy because everybody's going to say something. And clearly it was.